Hi there, my name is Jessica Boss and I'm the school liaison for Wayland Union Schools from Pine Rest. And today we're going to be talking about managing challenging behaviors at home and a method that you can use to do that. And then let me get my screen share up. Okay, so managing challenging behaviors at home, the importance of HALT. So what is HALT and what does that mean? HALT is an acronym for hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And these are the things that you're going to kind of run through to evaluate your child's behavior. So why is HALT important? We should not make any big decisions when we're in any of these states if we can absolutely avoid it, because hungry, angry, lonely, and tired affects the way that we act and react in those states. Kids and teens oftentimes do not or cannot recognize these states within themselves and need help to recognize and regulate. Especially the younger a child is, the less skill they have to regulate themselves emotionally. So the first one is hunger. So most of us have probably heard the term hangry in a joking way, but it's actually a very real thing. It's our body's physiological response to low blood sugar. This is one of the ways that your body is trying to bring attention to one of its needs is food. If your child or teen is showing signs of irritability, ask them when the last time they ate was. It could have been a few hours ago and they need a snack, or it's time for lunch or dinner. If it's been a while, try a snack or a meal with a balance of carbs and protein. So that way you can level the blood sugar back out and kind of get out of that hangry state. So anger is the second part of HALT. So you tried the snack, it still doesn't work, your child's still struggling. Their emotions may be trying to alert you to a situation that the mind is having a hard time dealing with or processing. So the next thing that's important to do is ask your child what's bothering them, but remember to be patient. Again, especially the younger a child is, the harder it's going to be for them to pinpoint what's causing their negative emotions. And teenagers may not necessarily want to be forthcoming with what they're struggling with as well. But it is important to try to communicate with your child and figure out what's driving the behavior. Consider yourself as more of a mentor in trying to help identify emotions, kind of reiterate that it's okay to feel sad or feel upset, what's causing this. But also remember that anger is often a secondary experience to another emotion. So usually there's another uncomfortable emotion that comes before anger, such as sadness or overwhelm. And then sometimes when we are dealing with someone that is angry and we can't help them, it makes us frustrated too. So if you're becoming frustrated with your child, it's okay to walk away and come back to the conversation later. Lonely. This is the third element of HALT, and this is the sneakiest one. This element of HALT can really come up on us, and it's so much harder for children to identify because it's also difficult sometimes for adults to identify when they're really lonely. When connection needs are unmet, such as with friendships, family, teachers, community, the result can be acting out in some way to get attention. And I don't necessarily mean that in a negative connotation when we normally say attention seeking. It's just another way that your child is trying to communicate their needs but doesn't necessarily know how to get them met. Plan some time to connect with your kids or to connect with others. So for example, plan a specific reading time with your child or allow them to meet up with friends. The final element of HALT is tired. So being tired plays into so many situations, such as eating choices, relationship choices, our emotions, and our ability to regulate ourselves emotionally as well. So getting enough sleep is so important for children, for their mental health, their behavioral health, and their physical health, and for adults too, honestly. Sleep hygiene is important. So there's some different sleep ranges that are recommended for different ages. So ages 3 to 5, it's recommended that they get 10 to 13 hours of sleep, including naps. Ages 6 to 12 are supposed to get 9 to 12 hours of sleep. Ages 13 to 18 should get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and adults should get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. And sometimes that can be really difficult with our busy lives and our busy schedules, but sleep hygiene is so important to overall well-being. Lack of sleep or poor sleep quality can lead to poor decisions. We're not at our sharpest, we're not at our best when we're tired, and so that can lead us to making decisions that we normally wouldn't make or acting out in ways that we normally wouldn't, especially for kids that have that hard time regulating themselves as it is. So in summary, this is the importance of HALT. So that hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If your child is experiencing some challenging behaviors at home, try to run through those 4 things before giving consequences for behavior. So maybe consider if your child needs a nap or just needs to go lay down and rest for a few minutes, if they need a snack or they need some lunch, or if they just need some positive attention from you, or if they need to connect with friends. Because using HALT to evaluate and address these behaviors can help you break down the problem, and it gets to a solution a little bit faster. HALT is also making sure that our basic human needs are met, such as food, connection, and sleep, because a lot of the time, our brain or our body will use emotions as a signal for an unmet need. And then HALT also helps teach kids and teens self-awareness and self-reflection. If you are able to have that discussion with your child or your teen, are you hungry? Why are you feeling angry? Are you missing your friends? Do you want to spend more time together? How much sleep are you getting? It also teaches kids to be thinking about those things themselves. So that is HALT. If you have any questions or concerns, my contact information is available on the Wayland Union Schools Facebook page, and you can contact your building principal as well or your child's teacher if you need more assistance and would like to get in touch with me.